Welcome to Confessions of an SEO. This is Carolyn Holzman. Here is where I share my experiences in SEO as an SEO, spanning the past 13 plus years. And as an SEO tester, I also share some of the things I'm testing, some of my research data, etc. Now, the views expressed here are my own. They do not necessarily reflect Google's. So I don't think they are driven to have yours or my best interest at heart when it comes to our businesses. They are a separate business. They take care of themselves. So I typically do not regurgitate Google announcements. I watch their feet. So if you're an independent or an agency SEO, I get you. And if you're a business owner or a stakeholder who really doesn't understand SEO, you'll never guess, but before I was turned into an SEO, I also was a local business owner for decades. And I also thought a lot about how to get more customers. So let's get started. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 33. Now, this is week 10 of the summer editions of Confessions of an SEO, and it's the last of the 2022 Mountain Series. Yeah, I named it that. This week, there's even going to be bears in this one. Now, next week's episode will be coming out of Austin, Texas. I'll be back home, and as it stands now, it looks like we're going to be bringing rain and cooler weather with us. But of course, cooler is a relative term because I'm going back to the high 90s. At least it's 2 digits, right? Okay. Now, another part of my why lives in Austin, and I haven't seen him since June, so that is my bright spot. Now, next week will be the 1-year anniversary, or 1-year mark, I guess, in the indexation research project. It falls on a Saturday, but I figure we can celebrate next week. But this week, I want to talk to you. I was particularly perturbed this week, so expect venting here in just a little bit. But first, I do want to talk about, and this is something that I use, I want to talk about Quora, the software, the SEO diagnostic software. Now, if you're a regular listener, you know how much I've grown to love Quora. It's created by Ted Kubitis, and while what you first look at as a report can be formidable, it looks like a wall of data, and it's not for everybody. So much like a Formula One car drives fast, but you don't want to buy one and use it to drive to the grocery store. Quora is really for power SEO users. So if that's you, you're the one I want to talk to because you're going to want to grab Quora now. Ted is combining Quora and the SEO volatility tool together. So it's going to go into Quora 7. And that's going to be apparently a big update with a lot of new factors, features, and reports. Now, Ted has not raised his prices, but he's putting so much into Quora 7.0 that he has to. So why am I telling you this? Well, the price is going to go up to about $350 for new subscribers. But if you are an existing subscriber, the price will stay current. So as long as you don't cancel. So if you want to get in before the price change, there's only a few weeks left before he is, as they say, code complete. So if you want to get the best possible value and use Quora, check it out. I'll put the link in the description. It's a short link. It's a bit.ly, bit.ly/Confessions Quora. And you can grab a subscription before it goes up. And I will, again, put the link in the description. All right. Now back to your regularly scheduled venting. Okay. As SEOs, we think our greatest challenge is Google. Now, Google is formidable for certain. But for me, I'm finding the most challenge is dealing with clients and those that enable them and their stupid ideas. Can I say that? Let me think of that. Okay. Uninformed ideas that they think are great. But I think really a lot of times they're only insisting on that because they think they're the ones in control. And if you're a business owner and you're listening, just change that pronoun to you. Okay. it's the challenge for me are the ones that think that certain things fall in their prerogative as to which words belong or do not belong on the page that they want to rank. So, if you're a business owner and it's your site and you're arguing over which words you will permit or will not permit on your page, I'm putting it kindly when I say you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. I have an SEO colleague in another city who told me they once had a client who sold mattresses who was absolutely resolute in their opposition to having the word foam appear on their website anywhere. Now, it didn't matter that it could be written in the page and still not imply that they sold foam mattresses. They were against it, and no way, no how is that word going to hit that page. So if you're a business owner and you have pet peeves about certain words, I'm sure from where you sit, that may sound like a trivial thing, but it's really not. Now, I know as a human to human, you understand that whatever page that is that you're defending, that isn't you personally, okay? Think about it this way. If you like to make sales and a group of words that you have problems with can make you more sales because by using them, your site will rank higher and sort of touch into that stream of prospects that frankly don't know the difference between all the mattress types. Are you really going to insist on the purity test and literally turn that revenue away because it came to you from people that were frankly ignorant about your product and what you provide? I mean, if you have this thing that you must not use certain terminology, go get another domain and go to town on it. Make a website that you feel like it's a thesis and this represents who you are, down to the T. But don't expect it to rank. At least it'll get out of your system, right? But if you are in business, let your damn page rank. Now, we're not talking about unprofessional tactics. This isn't, using these words, isn't the way that often you find gambling and pharma tricks can get you into trouble. This is a word. This is a word not only that your prospects use, but it's a word that Google associates with your industry. Don't like it? Don't cry when you're on page 2. As SEOs, it's like we fight not just a 2-front kind of war. We fight a 3-front war. We've got clients that think after reading a Moz article and hearing about title and header tags, that after they read that article, they think, well, SEO is so easy. Why do I have to pay you every month? And then we've got Google. I'll leave that one there. And then we also have other SEOs that are working on the pages they're paid. So we're competing against our peers. So yeah, let's not forget, it's literally a new level of SEOs every page of the search results we climb up. I love describing that. I mean, that's one of the most exciting parts about what I get to do. Now, I understand the ignorance. A deep understanding of SEO and how to apply it to pages is not for everyone. For instance, I don't understand the judicial systems, but nor do I want to be a lawyer. But I can understand the need for one. So what I think I have trouble with, as I sort of parse this out, it's the arrogance attached to the ignorance. Kind of like if they are paying an SEO, they should at least put aside what they think, and they need to listen. And if you're a business owner, that's you. If you're an executive with a marketing team, that's you. This is not a situation where you can, in essence, hold your breath until you get what you want. And like you're directing the SEO work as if you know what you're doing. Now, if that were the case, if you know what to do, then why haven't you done it before? And why did you hire an SEO or an SEO team? Now, for myself, I do take care. They say if you spot it, you got it. So I'm always cautious when I talk about this is, like, what do I think I know, right? Am I overvaluing what I know and undervaluing what I don't know? So let's just say I'm always open for the perspective that shows me something I may not have known or understood, or I should say, taking my understanding to a deeper level. Okay? Now that is part of me. I am a learner, and I'm excited when I learn something that I didn't know. And I need to tell you that if you're a listener. But I'm gonna kind of draw the line that I'm not gonna fight someone who clearly doesn't understand that what I'm telling them to do is based on my knowledge and experience and is a crucial aspect to get them where they want to be, which in my workday its goal is always the top of page 1. Do I get angry? Yeah, because I think I see it as an obstacle to my dopamine rush. And I do get passionate about a client's success in a way that I can see what they're cutting off or what they're making harder, right? When really what they need to do is trust that I know it needs to be done based on what I'm seeing, which they cannot. Not because they aren't smart, but they haven't spent the last 14 years committed to doing what I've done and seeing what I've seen and knowing how it can all change. Caring about a client's success is part of SEO for me. And I know a lot of people out there would likely say, and that's your problem. But is it? Okay. In my view, connecting into a client's success is what really makes this work fun. And oh boy, I love puzzles. Don't get me wrong. SEO is the ultimate puzzle or problem that needs to be solved. But at the end of the day, I can't exclude the joy that it brings me when I get paid to do something that I know how to do so that they, whoever the they is, they can create the dreams of why they do their business, which is probably why I get so annoyed. Much like the mama bears in Vermont aren't as cute as they look when someone gets between them and their cubs. So don't get in between me and my joy, people. Well, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you to the sponsors of Confessions that help support this work for themselves and others. And if you'd like to support the podcast and the SEO research, there's a link in the description. And it's a short link. It's bit.ly/confessions sponsor. Takes 2 S's in the middle. It takes you over to Anchor FM. Subscribe to Confessions where you're listening to it. If you haven't settled on one source for your podcast, you can just Google Confessions of an SEO. You can't miss it. Let's make more business and success together. We're all after the same thing. It has been my pleasure. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the SERPs.